So Jodie's made it to Canada. I'm showing her around a little bit. Right now I'm at my university where I went to school in Calgary. And yeah, I'm just gonna show her the Olympic Oval. And then we're actually heading out to Canmore today. Hopefully the smoke isn't so bad out there.
Do people get their post from here?
Yeah.
Who?
All the people that live here.
In the trees.
So we made it to Canmore, and my grandparents used to live here. So when I was growing up, we'd always come here. They actually lived just back that way. And I remember my grandpa used to take me to like a waterfall, and I'm not exactly sure where it is, but I think it's down here. So we're gonna walk in and see what this waterfall looks like. You know when you're a kid and things are like massive, things like even the smallest waterfall just looks like, you know, Niagara Falls to you? I think that's how this is gonna be. I think we're gonna walk in there, it's just gonna be like a tiny trickle. But it'll be cool to go back to it. It must be like 20 years since I've seen this waterfall. So yeah, let's go try to find it. Kind of funny coming back here because as soon as we came up like the hill and saw it, my memory just was like totally jogged back to the last time I was here. I think that's so fun. It's not obviously super impressive, but I actually think there's a lot of photo potential down on this river. Lots of colorful mosses, beautiful greens, and yeah, it's a really cool spot. So cool to come back to it. The smoke is really bad, but I actually feel like maybe it's starting to lighten up a little bit. Probably just jinxed myself for saying that. But the wind's kind of blowing, the temperature feels like it's changing, and tomorrow they're predicting rain, so maybe it'll change. But right now, it's looking pretty ominous in here. We're in Kananaskis Country right now, right on Spray Lakes, and usually you've got these massive peaks everywhere, but right now, all you can see is kind of like the outlines of them. And it's kind of looking cool. Jodie's got a photo going down on the road with this building in the foreground that looks really nice, kind of ominous and cool and a little bit different. And I think we're gonna kind of hang out here for a little bit and then push on down this road just a little bit and maybe look for some wildlife. Hope we find a bear or something. We might not be able to see the mountains, but we can definitely see the animals if they come roadside. So we're gonna go cruising. You tired, right?
I'm so tired.
Jodie's super jet lagged, so we're just gonna... Jodie's ready for bed already, so I think, yeah, we're just gonna take it easy because she's jet lagged.
They're just driving with like a canoe thing on their car.
So the smoke is still in full force. The sun's setting somewhere in that smoke, and hopefully it gets better. I think I'm actually gonna carry this vlog over to tomorrow because we really haven't done or seen anything. Tomorrow we're gonna explore Kananaskis Country a little bit more, I think. Hopefully get the camera out and do some photography as well, because it's been a couple days since I've shot pictures and I'm itching to do some more. So this vlog's not over yet, even though the sun has set. And I guess I'll see you guys in the morning. It's now tomorrow, and a YouTube viewer actually sent me a link to this website, which gives you guys a great indication of what's going on with these wildfires and with this smoke that you've been seeing in the past couple episodes. And what's happening now is actually kind of maybe a little bit positive or is looking like things are going to move in a positive direction. So all these red dots you're seeing here are all the active wildfires right now. A lot of them are down in Montana. There's a lot in British Columbia. And then what you're seeing here is the visibility. So where there's like clear stuff there, that's blue skies. And where it's green, light green, that's where it's kind of hazy. And then the really purple stuff is the heavy smoke. So I don't know what I touched. But basically, the past couple days has been yellow. And currently, it'll eventually show what it looks like currently, and we'll just wait for that. This is current. So right now there's lots of haze and smoke and stuff like that, and it's flowing over. And the positive, if you look at it, it looks like all of the smoke is actually gonna fly away, and whether these fires start to simmer again is another story, but this is actually pretty positive, and it's looking like we're gonna get clearer skies today and tomorrow. And I guess right now the plan is to head out to Banff and try to find somewhere to shoot photography tonight. So fingers crossed that this works out, but I think things are starting to look positive. Still a little bit hazy, but there's no wind, and I think it's time to take Fido M, I guess we'll call him Fido M, on his inaugural flight. The good news is the drone flies great. The bad news is you can't fly it in the national parks. The good news is we're in the national park again, and the smoke is finally clearing a little bit. It's a little bit cloudy, still a little bit of smoke in the air, but yeah, we're good again, I think. We're here in Banff National Park. We're at Lake Minnewanka, or you can pronounce it Lake Minnewanka, the lake of the miniature masturbator. And we're gonna go and check it out. I'm gonna show Jodie. I'm still showing Jodie around the national parks. And I think eventually tonight we'll end at Vermilion Lake and photograph Rundle Mountain. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what the weather does. But yeah, it's cool to be back in the mountains without smoke. So it's raining right now, but I'm so happy. Why am I happy that it's raining? I was like nervous and stressed that Jodie's whole time here in the Rockies was gonna be under smoke and we weren't gonna be able to see the mountains. But this rain has kind of like knocked down the smoke, and even though it's cloudy and some of the mountains are being blocked by like the clouds, it's getting better. It's getting better. And I don't know what the plan is because of the rain. Might not get light, might get light. You never know in the Rockies, it changes like that. So I think we're gonna go get poutine now because Jodie's never had poutine before. And then maybe we'll go shoot something if the weather lightens up a little bit. But I'm super stoked right now. It's absolutely beautiful out, even though it's raining. Just stunning, absolutely stunning. The rain's kind of still happening, a little bit of a drizzle, but the lights, all sorts of beautiful, just really dramatic skies right now. And I don't think we're gonna get a sunset because the sun sets in that direction behind these clouds, but you can still do really cool things even in this light. So I'm gonna bust out the camera and I'm gonna bring out my 10-stop ND filter and I'm gonna shoot some really long exposures and get like this dramatic sky in motion. And I think it'll be really cool. This is one of the Vermilion Lakes here. That's Rundle Mountain in the background. One of the iconic locations here just around Banff. So yeah, let's get the gear out and shoot this. I think it's gonna come out really cool. I'm all set up and I'm standing in the swamp. My feet are getting wet. I'm never properly prepared, and you guys comment on that a lot. It's just how I am. It's never gonna change. I've got my setup here, 10-stop filter on, 3-stop grad ND to also hold in the light from the top, and then I'm shooting f11 and 60-second exposures, and the first image just came out, and yeah, it's looking good. I think that'll go black and white actually. I got the telephoto shot, now I'm going completely the other direction with an ultra wide shot. I've got the 16mm lens on, and it's kind of hard to get at these foregrounds here. There's some beautiful reeds and foregrounds here, but they're hard to get at because it's so wet. And what I've done is use the lake as kind of a frame for the reflection in the mountain, and use a really long exposure to get the dramatic skies. I've gone 3 minutes and I heard it just ticked over, so let's have a look there. And yeah, it came out really cool. Even though it's not sunset, it's still like 45 minutes till sunset. That's an awesome image that I'm really stoked about. It looks a little bit vignetted, but I can fix that in Lightroom, and I'm stoked with that. I'm ready to go home with that. That's so cool. Light kind of died just before sunset, but I got some beautiful light, some really cool long exposure stuff, a telephoto shot and a wide angle shot I'm really happy with. So I'm stoked mostly because the smoke's gone and you can see the mountains again. You'd have stormy weather here, and I'm cool now because now that the smoke's gone, everything just feels better. So hopefully it stays gone as well. We've got a full week in the Rockies exploring and shooting, and it should be fun exploring home again. This is my old backyard. I've shot this location dozens of times, and it's always cool to come back to locations like this. Tomorrow, I've got a surprise for Jodie because it's her birthday tomorrow. And she doesn't know what it is. It's a helicopter ride, and it's gonna be awesome. So check in for that episode. It should be a lot of fun. I'll see you guys later. Peace.